These are the things your university doesn't talk about. So when they say we're all about honor and we're all about tradition and we're all about remembering our past and celebrating Indigenous peoples, they don't tell you that that past is a past colored by genocide, colored by colonization, and colored by a project of colonialism around the globe that really relies on making Indigenous peoples the enemy.
So my name is Tomas Jirousek. I'm the Commissioner of Indigenous Affairs here at the university. I come from the Naya First Nation, a member nation of the Blackfoot Confederacy, and I'm an Indigenous varsity athlete here at the university. As a member of the varsity rowing team, it's been really integral to me to have my team, really my family, to be able to support me throughout my years here at McGill. And this is something that every Indigenous student here at the university should be able to access. And the Redmen name should really not pose any type of barrier to any Indigenous student joining McGill athletics. Further, we need to address the historical legacy of the Redmen name when we think about the fact that we had been known as the McGill Indians, the McGill Squaws. Up until 1992, we had a stereotypicalized and hyper-masculinized depiction of Indigenous people on McGill jerseys and helmets. We need to address that legacy. We need to address the damages that it's done to the Indigenous population and the relationship between Indigenous peoples and non-Indigenous peoples here at this university. And so that's part of the reason why I've launched this campaign to change the Redmen name. We are urging, as Indigenous students, as Indigenous allies, and Indigenous athletes, that the university understands the need for expediency on this issue, because while the university continues to hide behind discussions and launching of working groups and task force, Indigenous students are still being hurt.
So we need more mobilization, and we need people to see what the reality is for Indigenous people. We are struggling, and you are wearing our name like it's some kind of badge, and it doesn't belong to you.
So the reason we've approached this campaign in the way we have is meant to spark a discussion on both the Redmen name, but also more broadly the relationship between the institution, McGill, all institutions really, and Indigenous people, and addressing that historical relationship between the two. What I'm hoping to do specifically with the Redmen name, launching this type of public outcry, this very, very public campaign, is to really spark a discussion, an educational opportunity for everyone involved. So regardless of which side of the debate you fall on, that you have the opportunity to come to us, an inclusive opportunity to really honestly share your opinions, engage with me personally. I'd be happy to have a conversation on the issue and talk about why we need the Redmen name to change, and then also addressing your own concerns on the topic. Regardless of whether the name changes right now, in a year, 2 years, this is an opportunity in the present to demonstrate as non-Indigenous students that you stand in allyship and support of Indigenous students. Regardless of what happens, you can show that the university does stand, as a student body, we stand for inclusivity, for respect, and for really welcoming Indigenous students into this university.